Principles of sports nutrition. Why take supplements? Well, that's easy. It's the intelligent choice, and it's the right thing to do. Now, if you were a soldier preparing for war, would you go into battle without weapons? And why would you take the weapons? Because you use the weapons ultimately to protect yourself. Let's think of another example. Let's think of an athlete engaged in sports, say football or hockey. They have protection, they have padding, they have the proper gear that they need to protect themselves from damage. And still another example. Let's say that you have to walk into a jungle at nighttime in Africa. Are you going to walk into the jungle without a weapon, without a knife, without a gun? Of course not. Why? Because you need the weapon to protect yourself. So supplements, to some degree, can be thought of as a weapon to protect ourselves against free radicals, against the force of oxidation, cosmic radiation, entropy, and gravity. And all of these forces, which are real and understood in physics and math and chemistry, are related to the damage that we experience by being alive and breathing oxygen. So if you can increase your intake of zinc and selenium and ascorbic acid and tocopherol or vitamin E, and by taking these things in addition to the food that you eat, you can afford added protection. That to me is a wise thing and makes perfect sense. Now let's assume that you're consuming a diet of fresh, whole, natural, real, organic food. And that's a huge assumption in today's world. But let's assume that you do that. Okay, so the question is, why would you take supplements? Well, let's think of that whole fresh diet, that real diet, that natural food, as iron. Okay, now iron is strong, but there is something stronger. And what does it take to make it? Well, there's something called steel. Steel is stronger than iron, it's more flexible, and it's more resistant to rust. And how do you make steel? You make steel by adding carbon to iron. And this is my analogy. Dietary supplements are the carbon that you add to the diet, to the iron, and it turns into and becomes steel. And that's exactly what you will experience. If you eat whole, fresh, organic, real food from both plants and animals, you supply your biological demand. And you add dietary supplements, high-quality supplements, supplements that make sense, shakes and antioxidants and herbal adaptogens and a whole variety of wonderful dietary supplements. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink alcohol? Do you use recreational drugs? Do you take prescription drugs? Do you take steroids? Do you inject growth hormone? Do you take the birth control pill? All of these things will deplete the nutrients that we need to economize our health, to sustain our health, to maintain homeostasis. Now, as we age, we get harder. Our membranes that surround our 100 trillion cells get harder with age. They oxidize. Our DNA, our mitochondria, all get damaged. We produce less energy. Our hormones do not increase generally, at least the good ones. Things like estrogen and testosterone or DHEA, these things decrease over time. We need outside support. How about enzymes? Digestive enzymes, metabolic enzymes, all take a nosedive as we age. So the smart thing to do is to borrow from nature what she has to offer. And especially when she provides these wonderful additions, which are assets to our health, to sustain our lives, to maintain the equilibrium of our brain and stability of blood sugar. There are literally thousands of different reasons why we should take dietary supplements. And all you have to do is just convince yourself of one. What about performance? As an athlete, would you like to perform better? Would you like to run faster? Would you like to experience less risk of injury? Why not consider taking things like glutamine and creatine and ribose and make a protein shake with whey protein isolate? Add some hemp and flaxseed oil. Create a protein shake. Take it before and after your workout, and you will see a difference. You will feel a difference, and we can record the difference. This is why dietary supplements have such enormous value. Science is on our side. There are thousands of studies worldwide pouring out of universities. All you have to do is go onto the internet and look at them. Why take dietary supplements? Well, perhaps this is asking the wrong question. Perhaps a much better question would be, why not